Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with episode 2 of The Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer in Another World. This episode was a bit on the cheekier side. It's more Super Sentai Online, but still very good. Much like episode 1, this episode is just chapter 2 of the manga. So if you've read the manga, there's nothing there's not going over multiple parts. You're fine. So if you're just trying to read chapter at a time, you're good. But what's more interesting, much like episode 1, they expound upon certain scenes like this one. So it's kind of a guessing game where they can expand upon. And I think that's a really good point. They bring to light some interesting points. There is a couple that they do in the episode. This is the more longer version, whereas the second one's really a bit shorter. But going over the main point of this episode, it's basically you have Indra, or Ivandra, basically looking down on these two third-rate adventurers we met in episode 1, and then them looking down on her because of her background. So it's kind of basically, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover or judge a person based off their background, what they know of them. And through that, learning to joining people that you may disagree with or who've kind of soured your reputation. Just try to get along with people and maybe just try not judge them so heavily and figure a way. Like, instead of going out on a big duel, Red says, they two insult each other. Instead of getting a big fight, let's say, hey, let's go take on a monster, to prove our worth. And yes, there is, if you read chapter 2 of the manga, there is the fan service, and we actually get a little bit more in the outro part of the anime. There's a little bit more, but yeah, you see her in a spicy setup. There is, I think, from Monday Night Collection, there's at least one more to come. I don't know if we're going to get into this episode, although it kind of seems like maybe. I don't know. Regardless, it's got the spice. It's not cutting any content. I think in terms of the episode, they just take out one portion, and that was when they use the big victory cannon, which follows this scene. The two adventurers examine the giant gun, oh, what's this? How's this going to work? But other than that, it's faithful to the manga. So a couple of the new scenes, actually there was 3 scenes, but when they start this adventure and go take out this monster, Red has a flashback saying, hey, I'm used to taking these large monsters. They're getting hoarded by Minotaurs. He's just like, I got this, no problem. And our main character female, hold on. I want to make sure that I'm saying her name right. I'm pronouncing her name, it's Yidra, not Ivandra. But it's close enough. Anyway, she could see his past memories, so they kind of broke the fourth wall. It was a bit funny. But after that, they try to summon the mecha, and it just gets stuck. But it does kill a couple of monsters. They go at it. She saves the two third-rate heroes because, she wants them to apologize. And her father did teach her that no matter what, you should do magic for the good of people, no matter what that happens to them. But once that happens, Red gets a flashback of this event where they fight this ice monster who went on a date with the Blue Ranger. It was a bit cheeky. They're about food. He calls this because she has this similar strong defenses, and the gun was needed to defeat it. Unfortunately, even with the gun, they could not defeat it because the heroes, the characters they don't have a bond with each other. They're still kind of pissed at each other, and the Red Ranger remarks that the reason tells about this. Oh yeah, because of the system, it's not going to work. The last time this happened, Yellow and Blue were having a fight. We even see the little mascot creature for the Rangers. Small scene, but it gets the point across. A bit funny, and in the process of, because their bond's not working, Red gets hurt, and while Yidra is healing, our two third-rate adventures, they attempt to stop the monster, and it's like, hey, listen, we realize that we need his help, and because he's the only one, he's only got the ones that got the power. So, and because of that understanding, she's like, that's where she realized, okay, they judged me, so therefore I shouldn't judge them. I didn't take them seriously, and they didn't take me seriously. I've come to my realization, and their bond forms, and as a result, Red gets healed, the gun comes back, and they defeat the monster. All really good, and they make up with each other. It's a good time. And then, of course, at the end of the episode, we see two more party members that are going to be joining, which were teased in the intro, but we get a early look at them in the anime. And that was it. It was a very fun adventure. We also, of course, got the outro, which included Idra taking a little bath and then taking a nap about her being a Purple Ranger. That might happen in the future. I'm not 100% sure. I do know that another character can assume a Super Sentai armor, which will be cool. And I think even that person has their own mecha, I think. But yeah, it was a fun episode. It was a bit Super Sentai, super cutesy, but happy-go-lucky everything. But overall, it's not bad. I mean, it's to be expected of this. It's cool. I'm glad that they're being faithful to the manga and adding scenes to help out, elongate the time and make it a little bit longer, but also adding depth to the manga, making this the superior version to consume, which for us Americans is the way, because Red Ranger is becoming available. Never mind. I told you in the last part that the Red Ranger, you can read it legally and everything. So yeah, but to make the point, the animators feel good about themselves. They have the superior product, and may the animators are happy as well. They can let loose in their creativity and bring details that they originally wanted to, but just couldn't at the time. With that, I'll end the episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for episode 3 next week. It should come out a little bit earlier because Cyber Sleuth will have ended. And what? There was something I was going to mention, something else. Whatever, but yeah, so stay tuned. Episode 3. Episode 3 should happen probably on Monday morning, as opposed to this one, which you're going to see Tuesday morning. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time.